thank you for this day, wonderful, beautiful day we've had. We thank you for this opportunity to be able to gather and make decisions for this city. We would pray that you would be with all the people among our community that are sick or that are bereaved, that have lost loved ones, and comfort them as only as you can. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Chief.
Face the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Allen.
Here.
Commissioner Duggar. Here. Commissioner Myers.
Here.
Vice Mayor Stone.
Here.
Mayor Henson.
Here. All right. Does everyone have an opportunity to look over the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes.
Any additions, corrections, anything? Like a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. Commissioner Allen.
Yes.
Commissioner Duggar. Yes. Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone.
Yes.
Mayor Henson.
Yes. Citizens' comments. Anyone? All right. Right now, I'd like to do a little change in the agenda. Terry, do you want to go ahead and go?
Oh, you're awesome.
All right. Proclamation for Mental Health Awareness Month. Yeah, please.
Well, I feel kind of honored. You guys are moving me ahead of the docket. I don't know if that's good or bad. Hey guys, my name is Terry Johnson. I am with Volunteer Behavioral Health Care in Jasper and Dunlap. I am the center director for both of those locations. I am here today in my baseball outfit. The reason for that is mental health awareness is everybody's game. Because at one time or another in your life, you have came across somebody, whether you knew it or not, that had mental health. Whether it be a family member, a friend, somebody you've just seen walking across the street. Mental health awareness should be considered the same as physical health, because mental health and physical health come hand in hand. When one's out, the other's out. So, I'm with Volunteer because I feel like they're ahead of the game right now. We have things that some of the other locations in the state don't have. We have a no wrong door policy, which means if you walk through my door today, you'll get mental health services. If you need medications, whether it be therapy, whether it be intensive outpatient therapy, whether you want to get off drugs. We have 3 detox units in the state of Tennessee right now. Right now we have went up to about 60 counties in the state of Tennessee right now. We're about half the state. I'm very happy to be with Volunteer. I think they are ahead of the game, like I said. You run across people every day with mental health services, whether it be post-traumatic stress. We got some fine police officers and fire department people in this county, fantastic individuals who see more than anybody should see in a lifetime. And they're more than likely, at some point in their life, have post-traumatic stress from seeing all that stuff. We got kids in school dealing with mental health illness. Had a 7-year-old, actually had a 4-year-old come through today. 4 years old, who is having all sorts of issues. I had a 7-year-old the other day threatening suicide. 7 years old. We have adults who go through so much now with the way things are, no food in the home. They're homeless. They're trying to raise a family. They get hopeless. They get depressed. They get down. They get desperate. So we go through a lot of mental health illnesses in this town and in the United States right now. I'll just mention just a couple of statistics. I know the guys are wanting to move forward with their docket, and I do appreciate you guys putting me on the docket today. 3 million people in the state of Tennessee live without enough mental health professionals in the state. 43,000 people were made in Tennessee. They call the 988 suicide crisis line this year. And we are affiliated with 988 if you have a mental health illness, if you're feeling suicidal, if you just need somebody to talk to and you're feeling really down, you can call 988 and it will route that call in Marion County if you're a Marion County resident. And you'll sit on the phone and talk with someone, they'll help you get through it. You need to get an intake to come on in to see us, you can. You can be there the next day. You can walk in the next day. There's 2 times more likely for a Tennessean to be forced out of network for mental health services right now. Thank goodness we have a program called Safety Net, which if you're not working, you have kids not working, they need mental health services, they get it for free at my facility. So we're working at getting mental health facilities up to where we need to be in the state of Tennessee. We're doing a great job with that, I have to say. So I appreciate the council letting me come and talk. I have asked them for something tonight. I'm hoping they're going to vote yes for it. And this is May and Mental Health Awareness Month. Each May I get out and do this. Mental health is everybody's game. Everybody needs to play to help get this straightened out in the state of Tennessee.
Thank you. Thank you. Michael, would you like to read a proclamation?
I can. Do you want me to stand up to do so? All right. Proclamation declaring May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month. Whereas mental health is an essential part of overall well-being, impacting individuals and families throughout our community, within Marion County and the city of South Pittsburgh. Whereas 1 in 5 American adults experiences a mental health condition each year, and everyone faces challenges in life that can impact their mental health. And whereas despite its prevalence, mental health remains shrouded in stigma, preventing many from seeking help. And whereas early intervention and access to quality care are crucial for managing mental health conditions and improving quality of life. And whereas May is recognized as Mental Health Awareness Month, providing an opportunity to raise awareness, combat stigma, and promote mental health resources. Now, therefore, as Sean Henson, City of South Pittsburgh, Mayor of South Pittsburgh, do proclaim May 2026 as Mental Health Awareness Month. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you guys very much.
And that's Terry Johnson with Volunteer Behavior. All right, next I'm up. A couple of things. I would like to thank everyone that participated, helped, volunteered, whatever, for the National Cornbread Festival this year. We had over 20,000 visitors to our city, and we're very proud of that. Also, South Pittsburgh High School graduation is this Friday, and I'd like to congratulate their softball and baseball teams that are in sub-state, and Richard Hardy on their, what was it 100th anniversary that they just celebrated. That's all I have. Vice Mayor Stone.
I got a couple things. First of all, it's that time of year. We got a lot of dogs running rampant. I had one that a neighbor called me. He had a dog that came into his backyard and actually bit his husky. So we need to try to be wary if anybody sees any stray dogs, let's make the appropriate calls. If anyone sees any stray dogs, it's that time of year, dogs are running everywhere, and cats. We've had a lot of complaints in Richard City. Sure.
They all come
Yeah.
down the scene and drop off when they're pregnant.
Yeah. But, just saying, let's make sure we're making the appropriate calls to the right people to try to cull that some. Other couple things I have, any update, what's the update on houses?
Houses in relation to,
Houses that are
I'll
blighted?
address that in a minute.
yes,
Okay.
he's got a report.
Okay, and then also, where are we at with storm surveying?
Yes, I spoke to Mark on the phone, and we come up with a plan. I'm gonna bring it to this board in July once the new budget is set. He recommends that this board moves forward with both the RFQs that we received, and at that point, basically, the city can dictate how much surveying we want to do per budget year. And we discussed that, and I told Mark I would meet with the board one more time during a budget meeting, and you guys could steer me in the direction you want to go and how much you want to spend on that this year.
Okay, so we will meet before
Yes,
our
that's correct.
budget is set for that.
And the reason we put it off till July is, of course, we're here at the end of the budget, we've got to close the budget out, and we really don't know, as a board, I've not gotten a direction on how far we want to go with it this coming year. He said you could spend 10 grand, you could spend 50. It just depends on how much the city wants to get done in one.
We've
fiscal
not
year.
spent any for 5 years, so, I
Right.
mean, we need to make that a priority and get a map for the first time in 100 years.
I think we should, discuss this at our next budget meeting. You guys tell me how much you want to allocate. We'll get on the ball with it in July, vote on the RFQs and move forward.
That's all I got.
Commissioner Allen.
Right now, I want to see, is Will in them here?
No, his grandfather-in-law,
I don't know.
grandmother-in-law's real bad.
Yeah, I don't know who was aware that this past weekend we had the first Little League baseball tournament in South Pittsburgh. We've had 20-some years. And I was impressed. It brought back a lot of memories when my three was playing at the same time up there. And it's very important, I think, that we look forward to next year to try to have these kids a place to play and the money for them. We run into some issues, but I'm not going to discuss that here, but we had a lot of parking spaces. It was cars all the way up by the swimming pool, up by Playground Paradise, and all up through the streets and things like that. And there was both the benches were full, or the stands were full and stuff like that. It brought back a lot of good memories, and I was glad to see it.
Big crowd.
Big crowd. We can do that. We can do that with 3 or 4 tournaments during the year to do that for our kids.
I saw some Grootly Logger people there.
We had Greeley Auger here. We had North Jackson here. Help me, Matt.
It was 14 teams, but it was just one age group. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
one
for
age
group.
for one age group, that it was a pretty big turnout.
Yeah, big turnout. That's all.
Commissioner Duggar.
Got a few little things to say. The 250th committee continues to march on and create plans. We have, the oldest man has been interviewed, and that was delightful. And we're in the process of finishing up the oldest female's interviews, so those are going to be sent to the Marion Tribune as soon as we get those written up. It's been a fun experience. I know the South Pittsburgh Library is organizing a not a writing contest, but it's a writing opportunity for what does America mean to you, and those essays, short essays, are going to be posted in the library. So got that notification from Tammy. The Mr. and Miss Liberty contest is going to be on June 6th. so far, we don't have any little misters registered. I don't know if they're bashful or what it is, but we're trying to encourage some of these mamas with boys. Now, they want them to get dressed up and be in a beauty pageant. You know they do. So we're trying to persuade the little boys to enter. And then also maybe if we can get a contest between some of the senior high school guys for who wants to strut, then maybe they would too. Let's see, Flag Day Parade is gonna be June the 13th. Very patriotic. We're inviting everybody in the county to come participate, and I would be interested to find out who did the Jeeping in the Berg rally at the park. I guess it was the weekend before last. I've never seen so many Jeeps in my life.
Volunteer Fire Department.
Well, we need to get some of those Jeeps to come show up for the patriotic parade too. I think that'd be fun. There will be I'm contacting the people that played in the jam tent over Cornbread to come and do something like that for us too. So that's all the updates on the 250 committee. The DIG grant continues to march on. We had a lengthy telephone meeting with that probably about 10 days ago. And then Sean and I went to Nashville last week to the Tennessee Downtown Alumni meeting. And, people say it's not what you know, but it's who you know. Well, there was a plethora of people that are good to get to know because they did programs on all the other opportunities that are out there, whether it's Arts Build, rural arts programs, art education, healthy development, coordination, creative placemaking, rural arts facilities fund, and targeted arts development initiatives. So we took back a lot of notes to see what we can continue to develop for arts and such in South Pittsburgh. They did ask us, when we went around the room, there were probably, I don't know how many communities there, would you say close to 30 or something like that?
Probably.
And they asked us each, it was important to tell your own story about your community. And they asked us what was special about South Pittsburgh. They asked everybody about their own community, and we pretty much agreed that it was the volunteer spirit that this community has, that it stands out no matter what the cause is. So that was a good half day right there. That's all I had.
Commissioner Myers,
I don't have anything.
City Administrator Hudson.
I'll give just a few quick updates on our buildings and some revenue information. We had a minor roof leak at the American Legion Hall. It turned out the gutter was stopped up, causing the issue. We got that fixed, so it's under control. Also, the Legion Hall revenue as of today is $5,800. That's on the rentals. Princess Theater entertainment expenditures to date was $69,500. Revenues of today, as of today, $106,200. So it far exceeds the expenditures on that side. Quick update on our armory project that will hopefully be our new city rec center soon. The asbestos removal has been completed by Neo Corporation. Pension oversaw the removal. Everything went smooth. Actually, it went as planned 2 days ahead of time. We had our pre-bid walkthrough on the 8th. On the construction piece, we had 10 to 12 contractors there, so there's a lot of interest in the project. And our bid openings will be held here on May 18th at 3 p.m. That will be open to the public. And that's all I have, Mayor, at this time.
What time did you say? 3?
3
Bid
p.m.
opening.
Yes, sir.
What time did those go out? The request?
I'm sorry.
When did those requests go out? Yes.
It's been, man, I don't know the exact date, but it's been almost 30 days.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Police Department.
Tonight I'd like to ask the board, First Street, and we had an incident, we've had incidences there before. I would like to, on the south side of First Street, across from Moore Park, from the corner of Laurel Avenue all the way up to the corner of Magnolia to designate that a no parking zone, to keep no one there. On the other side, along Moore Park, I would like for that to be designated with a 1 hour parking unless there's an event there and you must be in the park. You just can't go up there and park by the side of the park. You gotta be utilizing the park. I think if we did that, along with some things that we have in place up there, we could slow down some of the issues that I'm having there. And I think it would be great for the community. We've looked at this, the data and everything. That is my proposal to y'all tonight.
I agree with your proposal, but I think we need to meet with the homeowners in that area, or some of them. Keith's one of them, and get their feelings and blessings. And I know we have most blessings up there right now.
I have quite a few.
Yeah, and I know I've talked to several of the people up there, and they really, they're really coming forward wanting this to happen. We could vote on that tonight if it's something y'all want to do, or we can. Keith, you want to speak to it? You live up there in that area?
I don't live close enough to work to really affect me able to get home or anything of that nature. I would say I wouldn't have the right to say anything, being that I don't live adjacent to actually where you were closing. So
Yeah.
So,
excuse me.
I mean, you've talked to a lot, Mayor, and you've talked to a lot. And is the majority of the people up there wanting this?
Yes.
To combat what is going on up there, yes.
I make a motion to disapprove it.
All right, any discussion? Well, I guess do we need a second?
What isn't there a law against, what's the?
Watering.
word? Yeah, isn't there a law against that anyways?
It's not posted, sir.
posted.
Don't have a lot of teeth in that. What this will do is, if you're in a no parking zone, it gives me the right to approach you. The magical word I'm looking for here, probable cause.
No.
And with the probable cause, I can combat a lot of other things that are happening.
The people in that block that
And it's not the people that live in the block, it's the people who come here and they park there, they back up there, and they leave their liquor bottles and their other assortment of stuff. And then we have, like we had a couple weeks ago, 35 rounds fired out. I'm still working on that right there. Getting close to solving this, but if they're not there, then it can't happen.
Would it help to have like, park hours signs for the right side of the road where, like you said, they're using the park, then,
Yes.
but this is the right side of the road we're talking about, this is the left side.
this is
It's
the left side, and then
going
one
up
block.
First Street. Yes.
And I believe both property owners want that done.
Yes.
That live there. They have issues with what's going on.
Is there a parking lot per se there?
No, sir, it's just a wide spot in the road.
Well, that's what.
It's got asphalt all the way up the sidewalk there.
Yeah.
And they come in there and they park. So we've got a motion from Commissioner Allen. Do we have a second?
Second. Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
Commissioner Duggar?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone?
Yes.
Mayor Henson?
Yes. That only addresses that one side of the street though. What do we want to do? Is that the way your motion was, Commissioner Allen? To address
For
the,
the no parking on the left side, is that what we voted on there?
yes.
My other one is to make the other side a 1 hour parking, and you must be inside the park. I guess I need to ask Billy how we need to word that right there. But if let's say Little League has a ball tournament going on up there, you're
Baseball
not gonna
games.
be able to stay 1 hour, so it will be on a case-by-case basis. but just to get them out of the vehicle so that we don't have people sitting there smoking and drinking and having ill will build up inside of them.
Or would we do no loitering?
I think whatever we
on
do
that
it,
side?
whatever we do at that park, we need to do at the other park.
I'm sorry, I can't
Whatever
hear
we
you.
do at that park needs to be at all the parks. That would be my thought.
I'm good with that too.
It's just whatever parks, whatever park hours, when we post it, if it's 1 hour, 2 hour, just make it consistent across the board.
I guess we really gotta look at that. I mean, if you think about last weekend,
No, I
you
understand.
gotta look at what properties the city owns up through Lloyd Park in that area. We can't put any things on private property, right?
No, we can't deal with private property.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of parking at Lloyd Park during the ball tournaments.
Well, I don't mean the private property. I'm talking about the areas that are established for the park.
Park, yeah.
So I'm just saying we need to be consistent across the board to where we're not selectively.
And I believe that the ordinance that I don't know if it's an ordinance or how you're gonna do it, but it needs to be on a case by case if there is a ball tournament going on there, where we know that, hey, look, you're gonna be there. I mean, I remember when my kids were playing, we'd be there 12 hours.
What's the park?
It's something
What's the
so-
park hours for like the basketball courts and?
Yes, sir.
The
If you're using
playground.
the basketball court and you're up there and you drive up there, get out of your car, go to the basketball court. You finish playing basketball, then, let's mosey on down the road. You must be in the park to be parked in there.
Okay, that was what I was wanting clarification.
Yes, sir.
If
I- I
somebody's
just
parked-
don't know-
if somebody's parked and they're
I don't
trying-
I don't know the legal words to do it. I just know what I want to do to try to stop.
No, I understand. I'm just,
Okay.
if somebody was at the park.
Yes, sir.
I think we have there are park hours, but to say like during the baseball tournament, that kind of goes out the window a little bit sometimes when you're running behind or something. But don't the parks close at 9, 10? At 10, they close.
So like for example, if somebody had baseball practice up there, they have 1 hour parking?
Do what now?
If a team has baseball practice up at Moore Park, because we just did all that to the fields.
We will have a responsible coach, adult, that will be there. When we roll up as the police department, he can be able to tell us, yeah, that car, they're here, we're practicing, and we'll be able to take it by case with that.
Park patrons only.
Okay.
Parking, if you restricted it to parking for park patrons only, it might give you the same probable cause to approach someone who's parked there to make sure that they're parking in conformity with that limitation.
Okay.
Instead of
And
doing
take the
it
time limit off of it.
on that side,
Yes,
take
sir.
the time limit off.
And that lets us do both
good with that.
parks consistently,
Yes, sir. You can do that with all the parks.
with all the parks in place, yeah. Do we have a motion to that effect?
Yes.
So moved.
Commissioner Allen.
Yes.
Commissioner Ducker.
Yes.
Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone.
Yes.
Mayor Henson.
Yes.
For Commissioner Stone brought up about the dogs. For dogs, if you call City Hall, speak with Carrie, if you see a stray dog, cat, whatever, so that I can get a good list of going on, what is happening. Kyle or myself, one, will respond and try to deal with those. Right now, the phone calls are coming directly into me, or they're coming into Kyle, and to get both of us together so that I got a good number to put out in my written report, it gets a little strange. So if they just call City Hall and let Carrie know, Carrie can get it out to us, and that will generate me a log of where these are at, okay? So that'll be 837-5012.
Do we not still have the text my gov where somebody could do it that way to where it's logged automatically to where you have a list of people that's,
I don't know, mine quit working a while back.
We need to look into that.
Michael?
Yes, we still have that. I still get those.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, I would just think that would be easier than,
it would be. And we keep trying to push that, but still, you know, people like to call. They like to call.
well, there's always
Thank you,
gonna,
sir.
there's always
Yeah,
gonna be
thank
people that wanna call, I
Yeah,
know, cause some
yeah.
people just wanna talk.
That's
but
right.
Some people don't wanna call and don't have time to call, so
I
if we,
wish they would use technology. I
if
mean,
we,
I don't know.
if we push it out enough, I feel like if enough people knew about it, cause there's a lot of people that still don't know about it.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be a lot easier for people to complain about stuff.
I get a lot of those for, you know, pickups or potholes. I get very little for stray animals. And like the chief said, I think they've gotten so accustomed to calling him directly or Kyle that they very seldom do they call me or leave a message.
Welcome to living in a small town.
Can we get that put on, like, I guess, just some social media where, with some links to the city website? Where
Is that
people
on our city website?
get some more
It
information
is.
on it?
It's already posted on our city website.
Yeah, but what he was talking about is putting it like on Facebook
Yes,
or whatever.
Yeah, to
type
where,
social
you know,
media
it
we've got
gives
where-
somewhat of a summary of like, hey, here's the different things that if you call in, you can press 22 and it's for
Sure.
overgrowth or, you know, whatever. So,
Okay, the next thing, you brought up about houses. We hit 27 properties, last month, mainly in the Richard City area. One that you brought up last month, Commissioner Stone, 126 Berry Hill. We reached out and spoke with the actual owner of this. He is gonna have that mowed within this week. He's attempting to look at either building on that or selling it. But either way, his words to me on 5/3 of this month was that, within the next 90 days, he'll have both those houses tore down. We've also, 611 Holly was demoed, and they are, I believe that lot has now sold. And that's like 4 city lots, and they're gonna be building new houses on those lots there. We have a lot that were issued citations for yard compliance. I need to get with the city attorney, here in the next couple of days on condemning, process. I know the last one that we did, I missed one step, so I'm gonna make sure that I have everything in order before we start doing this. But it's looking really well right now on everything that we're doing, plus, have some inquiries about building tiny homes, so, city attorney, me and you need to talk about this, as far as, lot sizes and square footage of the, that is permitted. I cannot find it in my books that I have.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't have anything else to add to my written report. Thank y'all very much. I appreciate all y'all's support.
Thank you. Ask one of us after the meeting, it'll be fine. No one here from fire department? Keith, if you got anything? Mary Nash Gas Water Works? Library? Building inspector, you've already covered that.
Yes, sir, we did, today alone, I inspected 7 properties on houses that are getting ready to get, certificate of occupancies. We've had 3 new permits they're requesting, I think Lodge and a couple other places for, new facilities or remodeling of facilities inside the city.
All right, no one else is here with any of the other departments, I don't believe, so we'll move to old business. Second public reading ordinance number 870.
Ordinance number 870 is the second reading to adopt and update our traffic rules of the road, so to speak, our traffic laws. And we discussed this last month. This comes at the request of Judge Harmon. It's been probably a decade or longer since South Pittsburgh has updated the new statutes and ordinances. And that's simply what this ordinance 870 does. It updates our traffic law.
Need a motion?
Or
Well,
you need to recess the
I need
public-
recess first, yes,
Mayor, I'd
sir.
recommend doing the public hearing on both.
At the same time.
You do, yes, sir.
Yeah, read 871, Michael. Ordinance 871,
All right.
please. Second reading.
871, this is the second, excuse me, I'm losing my voice today. This is the second reading of the budget amendment for the fiscal year 25-26. We went over this last month and also at our budget workshop, simply cleaning and closing out this fiscal year's budget so we can get on to next year's. And I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have any.
So, I have a question.
All right, we're in recession, go ahead, ask it.
On 871, what we have in front of us is only what went over budget, right?
That's correct, for the fiscal year, the entire fiscal year.
So anything under budget's not on here.
That's correct, sir.
And by over and under budget, we're not over budget, it's where we're cleaning up line items. It's not that we're over budget, it's just that we're cleaning up
Right.
line items.
Not the entire budget per se, it's particular departments.
So with, I guess, in my mind, what would be the underrun right now of other departments or other line items?
Well, can you be more specific, Commissioner? I'm sorry.
I mean, you mentioned the revenue and the budget for Princess. We approved last year 250, and we've only spent 68, and the revenue was 90-something, so
Yes, sir, that's for the.
we got a month, we got 2 months left, or 2 months left, and I don't see us spending another 190,000 in 2 months.
Yes, sir, that's a good thing. That means that money.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that means that money will roll back into our general fund to be expended for next year.
Or part of it could be rolling out into one of these line
That's
items
right.
we've got.
Yes, sir.
Right,
Yes, sir.
so we don't know what,
You know,
looking, and that's the reason I voted no, because
Yeah.
I know what, we were underrunning some of them last time, and then looking at some of them that we could move some of the money to help in these areas that we were concerned and had discussions about.
Yes, sir. The general rule is you can't move, for instance, I'm just using this as an example. Prentice Theater, say you have additional funds at the end of the year in that particular fund, you can't simply take that money from the Princess and put it in the police department. You can move within budget line items, but you can't simply take that money and move it over to the police department. And that's what I was trying to get across last month was, it's not that we're over budget, it's particular departments we have to clean up. But we can't take overage in one budget and put it into another department.
I understand that.
Yes, sir.
I understand that.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, Michael, but on the Princess thing, we're talking about, that's operating budget. That's not fixed cost and maintenance that we've had to
That's
spend
right.
on that this year.
That's just simply the entertainment line.
That's just the entertainment line on it.
Yes,
It's,
sir.
Any questions, comments? Call the meeting back to order. We have a motion on ordinance number 870.
Make a motion, approve 870.
Second?
Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
Commissioner Duggar?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone?
Yes.
Mayor Hanson?
Yes. Motion on second reading of ordinance 871. Do we have a motion to approve? Budget amendment.
I'll make the motion.
Motion Commissioner Duggar. Second? I'll make the second.
Commissioner Allen?
No.
Commissioner Duggar?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone?
Yes.
Mayor Hanson?
Yes.
So I do want to add to that. We will have another meeting for the budget to go over every line item for next year's.
Oh, yes, sir. And I will get into that when we get to our ordinance for the next year budget on down the agenda. But yes, we will need one more budget meeting, and I can elaborate when we get to that if you'd like, or I can go over it now.
Let's move on to the
Yeah.
agenda
Yeah.
and get that. Ordinance 872.
All right, ordinance 872, it's an ordinance to abandon unopened alley between the connecting area and Greta Street, 2nd Street. You can see it's described in the body of this ordinance and shown on the attached graphic. This property is owned by Mr. Ray Powers, who's in attendance. And simply what this is Mr. Powers approached me, and on his property, he was getting it surveyed, and the surveyor said, there's a portion of this property that has an alley on it. Of course, that alley does not exist, and I think we've come across this throughout the city many times, but I guess the forefathers in South Pittsburgh had at some point in time the idea they would put an alley there, and they just did not. So Mr. Powers does own the property. I sent him to the Marion County. They did confirm that, and we've done these abandonments before, and Mr. Powers is here if he would like to speak on it. If not, I'd be glad to try to answer any questions you might have.
Any questions, comments? Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Commissioner Allen?
Yes.
Commissioner Duggar?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Stone?
Yes.
Mayor Henson?
Yes. Ordinance 873, ordinance City of South Pittsburgh adopting the annual budget.
All right, so ordinance 873 is the first reading on the 26-27 budget. We had a budget meeting pertaining to this proposed budget, and thought it went well. Now, I want to specify, this is the first reading. This is still a fluid document. This will change. I spoke to Darrell Pittman just last week. We've had several property where the property appraisals went out. We've had those contested. Some of those properties have not been concluded. So he said the tax rate could possibly change again from the state recommended rate. And also the expenditures could possibly change depending on the bids that come in on our I want to say armory every time, but our new rec center. Until we get those bids in, we really don't know, how to proceed in the budget. I budgeted for projected cost, and we're hoping we definitely hope we come in under that, and I could cut that out of the budget. But it is a fluid document, and the reason we want to do the first reading is because you don't want to get caught at the end of June trying to get both readings in the same month. That could get us in some trouble. So this is the first reading. Every commissioner in here has been briefed on it, line by line. I will be glad to answer any questions you have. Mr. Stone, your question to the point, if we'll have another meeting, of course we will. Once I get that nailed down tax rate from the state of Tennessee and the county, and once we open the bids for the armory project and I know what expense we're going to have going forward, then we can nail this budget down even more. And that's only good business. You don't want to pass the budget too early, and you definitely don't want to pass it too late. You want to get in all the revenues you can for May and June and nail down in your expenditures so you know what you're dealing with next year. And things like your mapping would be addressed in that. And of course, the final bids into armory, if you guys proceed with it. And I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
So, with the tax, this ordinance is including the tax rate.
Yes, sir.
And you're saying that our tax assessor, county tax assessor, says it's going to change.
It's a possibility, Mr. Allen. We don't know yet. Because there's been some, the property tax assessments went out. There were some appeals on those properties, and they don't know the outcome of those appeals yet. I know there were several here in South Pittsburgh. Until we know the outcome of those appeals, we can't nail down this rate just yet.
So why are we trying to pass the first thing that we're gonna have to come back? It's gonna be different than what we just agreed to now, and then it comes back and changes, we're gonna have to redo that ordinance again.
No, sir, you don't have to redo it. You would just simply, the first reading of the budget is a working draft. And you want to pass that so you don't get caught in June trying to do 2 readings in the same month and run out of time.
So would you be able to adjust numbers?
Yes. And, city attorney, I spoke with him about this as well. Every budget that I've ever been involved with, the first reading, the document's still fluid. It's not set in concrete till that second reading. But am I correct in saying, city attorney, that this is a fluid document at this point?
Yes, sir. Commissioner Allen, I think to answer your question, the ordinance does include a tax rate, the proposed tax rate, and the numbers in the budget are based on that proposed tax rate, which is, as of right now, the recommended certified rate from the state. You may have heard me talk about this before when there's been discussions about the tax rate in the city, but when you have a reappraisal year like we are in for 2026, the state gives a certified rate. City can adopt that certified rate or a lower rate. If you decided to go with a rate higher than the certified rate, there's a whole special set of procedures that you have to go through in order to do that. You basically have to be able to show some financial distress, which candidly I don't think the city can do now. So you start your process with the certified rate, and then as you work through your budget, and you can continue working through your budget numbers up until you have your second and final reading on your budget ordinance. So not only can the tax rate change from what's in this first reading draft, but the numbers that are calculated based on that tax rate can also change. So you have another budget workshop, you decide you want to do something different in any of your specific departments, line items, whatever it may be, this board has the absolute right to change all of that, or any of that, between now and the time you do your second reading.
So if I wanted to bring a motion up to lower, to lower the tax rate versus what the state recommended, what?
Honestly,
Can I do that now?
Honestly, it's as simple as that. If you want to make a motion to do a lower tax rate, you have the absolute right to do that. This board can vote on it, and if you select a lower tax rate, then that means the city administrator and city recorder have to go back and redo a budget based on whatever that tax rate is going to dictate for revenues for the city.
And Commissioner Allison, also, if you choose to do that, we need to go back and have a meeting, and I advise this board to bring me a list of places they'd like to cut the budget for the year.
Really, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit, because, I've looked at mine, I got 3 properties I'm paying taxes on. And if I let the 1.104 whatever go through the state, my taxes for the city and the county, I'm gonna have to pay an extra $1,000-something more. Yes, it is. Don't shake your head. I've done calculated it based on the assessment from the state. If I have to pay taxes on what my assessment of my properties, I'm paying $1,000-something more for the county and the state